remember is we had two bicycles, and there's about what, quarter-mile cart road leaving the yard going up into the cart roads. And one day Rat and I decided we were gonna drag race the two bicycles. Well, it got to the point that Rat was gonna pass me, and I wasn't gonna have any of that, so I kind of veered to the left a little bit.
Took his racing line in.
And it hooked Rat's front wheel, and he ended up with a lot of gravel rash. So that is one of many memories of growing up.
In terms of the charity this year, we're, along with Armstrong, we're doing a big initiative running from April to October, pretty much the whole motorsport season, where in the supermarkets, any of the products you see on the car, when they're purchased, 5% of the sale goes to the charity. So I think that's really, really good on the brand side, and we'll be pushing for it. You know, the cars will be at the supermarkets on occasions, and we have some exciting stuff coming up during the year, where there are a couple more speed events where it'll be released in time, but the fans and people that purchase the goods will have an opportunity to have a ride in the car at some point during the year, once Rally Barbados is out of the way. And that's pretty much it. It's a good initiative from all of us.
Women in rally bring diversity to the sport, and let's face it, a little bit of eye candy never hurt. We have to have something to focus on. If they're in front of us, it means we focus well.
I have no problem with girls being part of rallying at all. To me, it is a sport that anyone can do, and I don't see why girls should be left out of it. It's not. There's nothing about it that could even stop them from trying it. I think it's more of a gender-oriented sport where it has always been predominantly men, and maybe a lot of girls don't try it and could be more successful. And you do have I think nowadays you have a lot more girls trying it. We have Shannon in the Rally Club, and you have Natasha Farnham in track racing. So maybe it will pick up more, but it's there to try. There's definitely nothing about it that a woman won't be able to get done. I've actually been beaten by a girl once in my life. When I was in karting, I raced against a girl called Lorianne Wilkie, who's Alan Wilkie's daughter. And she beat me in championship, but I put that down to she had a better engine, so we'll leave it at that.
In karting, we have had girls. Natasha is driving, Shannon. I personally would encourage more women to get involved in sport. It's something you come along and you do. Maybe the younger people should start in karting and come along, because karting is like Formula 1, it's open wheel racing, and maybe the girls should start from there. But if you're older, go and navigate, get into it, and then you can progress if you feel like you want to drag it. Come on, drag it.
I like Dark Hole. I love that stage. It is extremely challenging. It's slippery. In some places there's bridges. I think there's 5 bridges or 4 bridges on stage. It's just real challenging, you know, and it frightens a lot of drivers. It really does. It's very challenging. And then Canefield, because we've just been doing that for so many years. It's so high speed in so many places.
Stages like Orange Hill and Canefield, Dart Hole, with the addition of Spring Vale, which we use in Sun and Stars. There is no forgiving in that area, because there's nowhere to run off. If you do go off, there's no canes in those areas. It's either something to hit or a big void to drive into, which you're going to have to walk out of or climb out. So there are challenging stages from that standpoint. A lot of the Canefield stages, you do have some respite in the fact that you can leave the road. You can, it's possible, and come back on without any problem. But oftentimes it does have its problems. But places like Dart Hole and Sailor Gully,
Not forgiving.
you don't, there's no way you can leave those pieces of road and survive without having problems.